Had a great time. Yeah.
We had an awesome game.
Crown Top's always my favorite thing at Gettysburg anyway, right?
The premier historical tabletop miniatures event on the east coast of the USA is in the books. And it seems that COVID is finally in the rear view mirror.
Hey Mark and team, how's everything?
Attendance seemed to be good and there were plenty of games. The venue was the Lancaster Convention Center, which offered plenty of space for events in central locations. Mark's Game Room had 2 tables throughout the convention, and we ran a total of 18 games and met so many great gamers from all over the globe.
It's going great. Our players haven't played too much Fireball, but they're picking it up really fast.
Did we have fun? What games were not to be missed? Here is our report on Historicon 2023.
Hey everyone, we're filming from Historicon 2023, and if you came up and said hi to us, we really want to thank you. We appreciate all your support as we launched our channel. This is our first Historicon since we launched, and we met so many great people, didn't we?
Yeah, there's been tons of people. All of the Matt stands and all of the Carl heads are here. The Marks, they're all ready to go.
Right, the MGR Army, remember? MGR Army.
That's right.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so first of all, this is in Lancaster, downtown, the main convention center.
Some would say Lancaster, but
Some would. I guess I would, but I don't know. All right, good time? You have a good time?
yeah, first
You have a
one.
good time?
Amazing time. Yeah.
I had a great time, and Matt, it's actually his first time at Historicon or any convention.
Maybe any convention. Yeah, I think I've had at least one, but this might be the first.
Wow.
I'd say.
All right, so what was your first impression?
I mean, it's incredible. There's so many games. It's a little overwhelming.
It's the place of blood. It's the place of blood. It's where it's bloody.
Is it awesome?
It is awesome. Look at it. There's a lot of mummies, and some of them are really short. And it's kind of sad, but it's also cool.
I think kind of for whatever you want to do, and just such a spectacle. Seeing so much and so much energy from the sort of wargaming community. So impressive.
Okay, so just, we don't have any numbers, but impression, it felt like it was pretty well attended. All my games were totally full. It seemed like the dealer hall's pretty good this year. All the main people were back that I saw. Like at the last convention, a lot of the big vendors were not here, so they were back for this convention. Flea market, kind of good as usual. I didn't find any deals this year, I'd have to say. Hey Mike, how much for your Civil War?
Civil War is $1,000.
Even for me?
For you, 1,200.
You guys find anything at the flea market?
No.
No. Carl,
Yes.
come on.
No, yeah, I was this close to buying this guy's entire Trojan War collection
Oh.
with a wall and a horse and everything, and I hemmed and hawed for 10 seconds too long, and somebody snatched it and got it, but it is what it is.
Did it have the horse?
It had the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mistake.
my impression of the size is that every game I've played or ran in was full and or had extra people. We actually expanded a couple of our games to have 2 extra players because there were just so many people looking to get into stuff. So I think it's really well attended on that front. I haven't heard about any no-shows or people just like, having to cancel their games. Like it seems like this show is just like it's back,
Yeah, it seems like it. I ran Test of Resolve, which is the War of the Roses game. Earl of Pembroke trying to break over the river. Looks like you might do it this time. Now those guys came from Scotland, Tim Cooper and
David Knight.
David Knight.
Yeah.
They're great guys. And they actually ran for us a 100 Years War version of Test of Resolve, which was really cool and really fun. So you should keep an eye out for that. If you're Test of Resolve fans, it's coming down the pike. Carl, what was your favorite game? What did you run?
I would say my favorite game that I ran was actually the Gettysburg game. I ran day 1 of Gettysburg. Commenters may have things to say about role as a player in Civil War games, but as a GM, I got to say I had a tremendous time. If you take a look at the board here, Mark, the Confederates have made a flanking maneuver and have actually somehow totally caught the Union unawares, and they have decided, the Federals have decided not to pursue these two brigades that are heading to the right here towards the ridge. A sense that they're going to take it and totally change the course of history. Gettysburg might be a situation where the Confederates are defending a fortified position instead of the Union on day 2. So we'll see. The players really went off script from the historical battle in a way that was entertaining, and the Confederates took Cemetery Hill. And that was incredible to see, and it was down in the overalls.
Yeah.
And it was incredible to see, and it was down to the very last turn, and it was super exciting to watch. That was a really tremendous time.
It was great. And that's the same board we used in our Gettysburg The Hood Goes Around to the Right Part 2. So if you watched that, thanks. It was really great. And we appreciate all the comments, especially about Carl.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
What is your favorite game that you ran or played in?
Yeah, so I didn't run any games this time because I thought maybe feel it out. First time, I should experience the con as a player. So I played, I think the most memorable for me was I played in a Wizard of Oz game. And it was a lot of fun watching the Munchkins beat up on the Gillikins. Very fanciful. I thought it was a lot of fun, super colorful. So not something I would otherwise have played.
Was it historically accurate?
Oh, yes. I'm very learned about the Munchkins.
The piping on the Munchkins
That's
uniforms was the correct face and color and everything.
I will say a couple of horses were a color I didn't think they could be, the many colored horses. But yeah, I think mostly it was.
Well, it's just a horse of another color.
That's right.
You've seen
It's
the
a
movie.
new horse of another.
Yeah.
That's right.
All right, I actually played a World War I game, Square Bashing, which is kind of an old set of rules, but I had never played it. I bought them, and, conventions, great places to try out rules. So I tried those out. They're really good, so maybe look forward. We might see some World War I out there. Oh, here's some big convention news. I love to network here with gamers, and one of you out there commented, will this finally be the War Game channel that has a Crimean War video? And I found the guy that has all the 28mm figures for the Charge of the Light Brigade. And he lives down the street.
Never say we didn't do anything for you.
Yes, so I think in the future, we're going to probably have a huge spectacle, awesome Charge of the Light Brigade game, which is going to be great. Any other memorable games that stood out for you?
Games that I saw, for sure, there was a really cool Invasion of Malta game with this really beautiful
that was cool.
cliff face terrain board. There were a lot of really good Ancients games. I saw the Battle of Ascalon had a chance to check out.
Right.
Pyrrhus, the guy who built these cool anti-elephant wagons that were attacking.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and there was a lot of just really great bespoke terrain that people put together. I was really impressed by the boards.
The Malta game was interesting because it was the St. Elmo, and they had St. Elmo in its various states of disrepair as it gets assaulted over and over.
That's a different one.
This was World War II Invasion of Malta by the Germans. Yeah.
Okay, I'm thinking of the Crusading.
That also was
very impressive.
That was
Yeah.
really cool.
Also, the cartoon board.
Yeah.
54mm, like wild, huge.
And that was like on 3 massive tables. You can only really do that at conventions. So
Yeah.
Great game.
For sure.
Let's see, what else? So, we're in downtown Lancaster.
Oh, I know what you're going to talk about.
I'm going to talk about the food, right?
Yes.
Because how's the food at this convention? Well, in the convention center itself, I don't think it was all that great, but there are so many great places, and we went to Norbu, which is an awesome Nepalese place.
Yep.
And
all the secrets for it.
well, it's okay.
Yeah, we're going to have to censor the name of that place so the shoobies don't show up there.
I'll tell you,
Try to get in.
if you like spicy.
Oh, that's spicy. Yeah. There's the kick. That's what I wanted. There it is. You weren't wrong, brother. You were not wrong.
All right, what else at the convention? Talk about the dealer hall, which is really good.
We met some really cool people, including we're going to hear from Toby.
This is my first time ever wargaming. I just had my first wargame ever at 10 a.m. It was Shimonoseki Test of Honor. It was a lot of fun, and then I found my way to some Ancients, Strength and Honor, I believe, which was also a lot of fun. It's been a great time.
This young kid just came up to me and said, "Hey, are you from our game room?" We said, "Yes." And he's like,
Well, I saw your videos about Gettysburg. I thought this was really cool, and I know nothing about miniatures gaming, so we came to the convention. Right?
It's nice to hear that somebody had something positive about our performance in Gettysburg.
That's right.
We did some good.
Yeah. Anyways, but that also goes to the graying of the hobby. It's not totally graying. There are
Yes.
people, right? And
Actually, if I were to make a comment, I would say about the attendance. There are a lot more younger people here than there usually is.
Yeah.
I think maybe that's a really good sign for the hobby.
I can't speak for comparison over time, but I definitely noticed a lot of younger people in my games. I think there were maybe 6 or 7 people probably under the age of 16 in some of my games.
Yeah, it was huge, which is great just from the perspective of growing the hobby. It's also great if you hate old people. There's just it's great on all fronts, really.
Hey,
Hey, you're not old, Mark. You're seasoned.
I think it's all good. All right, so I think in general, I've had a great time at the convention. All my games that we ran, which was 27 games from our game, they're all well attended. People seem to have a good time. Oh, we also ran a lot of Fireball for you Fireball fans. And one thing we learned, next convention, we're going to have super convention-friendly Fireball scenario. So if you're brand new, it'll help you get into it. So look forward to that. The food was great. I think I'm going to go to Norbu tonight again.
Tonight, let's do it.
Got to go to Norbu. And we look forward to seeing the next convention. I guess it's Fallen, right?
Yeah.
All right. You going?
Yeah.
All right.
Why not?
Yep.
All right. Thanks.
MGR Army Fallout.
Like and subscribe.
Work on other sign-offs. Yeah. We're
Smash
still
that button.
Marks.
The Mark.
Get out of here. The Marks.
Sorry.
Mark.
You got it. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.
See ya.
Care.